There is a massive confusion among us Indians when it comes to protein. How much of protein should we be eating? What is the safe limit? Does protein not cause kidney issues? Does it not lead to heart issues? Is protein really necessary for me? Isn't it only for bodybuilders? How can a vegetarian improve the protein content in their diet? How does protein even help with weight loss and fat loss? To answer each of these questions, there have been numerous studies and reports which have been published in the scientific literature. We'll go through this literature to understand better what changes we should be making in our diet so that it is a balanced diet, it is a diet which helps us get fitter and live a much healthier lifestyle. Protein essentially is a set of 20 different amino acids. Some amino acids are essential, some are non-essential. The non-essentials are the one which can be produced within the body. The essential one are the one that we have to provide from outside. Right to Protein has done an interesting study called the protein paradox. In this report, 2,000 mothers were surveyed across 16 different studies in India, which were metros, mini metros, and rest of urban India, to understand their perception, knowledge, and consumption pattern of protein, which possibly is leading India towards its protein deficiency. What was observed in this survey was that 95% of mothers claimed that they understand protein and the impact that it has in our diet. 8 out of 10 mothers believe that protein is a crucial macronutrient in our diet. But only 3% of these mothers understood the real impact of protein on our bodies. What Indian mothers did not know about protein was its role in building and repairing tissues. Amino acids are the building blocks of our muscles, of our tissues. They also transport the essential minerals and vitamins in our body for that muscle to form, for that tissue to form. If you're working out regularly and not giving enough protein to your body, you'll start experiencing mild pain across your body. By signaling this pain, the body is indicating that it needs protein. And only when you provide enough protein to the body, the pain starts to subside. These mothers also did not know how protein improves immunity. These amino acids are responsible for the production of antibodies and cytokines. Amino acids also activate our immune cells. They also promote useful gut bacteria. All of this helps make our immune system much stronger. Some of the other myths these mothers had was protein cannot be digested easily. It is only meant for physically active people, and that protein-rich items are expensive. 85% of these mothers who believed all of these myths, especially the mothers who believed that protein leads to weight gain, said that they will prioritize carbohydrate and vitamins over protein in their diet. And 81% of these mothers believed that a diet consisting of roti, dal, and rice is sufficient to fulfill the protein requirement of our body. It is because of all of this myths and gap in understanding that our diet falls significantly short of protein content. Let's try and look at a typical Indian vegetarian diet and what do we eat in a day. Our breakfast could be, let's say, 2 idlis, sambar and chutney and a coffee. Our lunch could be, let's say, 2 plain paranthas, 1 aloo gobi curry. We might be having 2 to 3 milk teas in a day, 3 to 4 biscuits as well. And in the dinner, we might be having dal, rice and palak paneer. If you add all of this together, the total number of calories comes to around 2000 calories and the total amount of protein comes around 56 grams. For an average adult who is 70 kg weight, as per the WHO guidelines, you should have 0.8 grams of protein per kg of body weight. As per that maths, 56 grams is a very good quantity. But the problem is that we don't have protein every single day. Even people who are non-vegetarian, they also don't have non-veg every single day. They won't be having it on Tuesdays, they won't be having it on Thursdays and some other days because of our culture and traditions. Now, if you start looking at the average protein content during the span of a week, the number will start looking much lower than the recommended daily allowance of 0.8 gram per kg of body weight. Now, coming to the question, how much of protein should one be eating? As per the WHO guideline, any sedentary person should be having 0.8 grams of protein per kg of body weight every single day. But we are not on this channel to discuss about a sedentary lifestyle. We are here to become the best version of ourselves. We are here to become stronger and get rid to the visceral fat. Now, what is the right amount of protein content for somebody who's active, going out to the gym 2 to 3 times a week and walking on the other days? If you refer to the report from the International Society of Sports Nutrition, they recommend exercising individuals need approximately 1.4 to 2.0 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. The amount is dependent upon the mode and intensity of the exercise, the quality of protein ingested, and the status of energy and carbohydrate intake of the individual. Now the question is, how do we increase the amount of protein in our diet? Because we have looked at our diet, and our diet even on best days just provides 0.8 gram, and what is being recommended here is between 1.4 to 2 grams per kg of body weight. In order to do this, let's look at some of the high protein content food items we have. In this table, you will see that whey protein powder, plant protein powder, they have a significantly high amount of protein, followed by soya chunks, then chicken breast, then rohu fish, followed by paneer, whole egg, and then our famous dals. While we see that dal have a high amount of protein here, 9 grams, but that 9 gram is in 100 grams of dal, 100 grams of dry dal, that is before you put in the water and everything. In reality, the dal that we are eating is much diluted, and nowhere close to 100 grams of dal is what you're consuming on a daily basis, which is why dals will not be able to meet your protein requirements. You either have to include protein powders or you have to include soya or paneer in your diet regularly to meet your protein requirement. Now, if you're losing weight, if you're losing body fat, we have to be very careful about the total calories which are coming along with the protein. We have to pick an item which is lowest in calories but has the highest amount of protein. In order to do that, I personally, while I'm vegetarian, have started including egg in my diet, because egg, unlike what is believed and is popular in our culture, is actually vegetarian. There are no chicks going to hatch out of these eggs ever, because these eggs are not fertilized. I also supplement my diet with vegan protein powders and whey protein powders to meet these protein requirements. Now, there is a lot of confusion around the quality of protein powders. Thankfully, we have YouTube channels like Trustified who do proper lab tests to prove whether the quality is good or not, whether there is heavy metals or not. So you can refer to this channel before you go and purchase any of your protein powders or supplements. Now, the final question is, does protein hampers our heart health? Does it affects our kidney health in any way? In order to understand this better, I'll refer to 2 reports. The first report is a meta-analysis titled The Impact of High Protein Diets on Cardiovascular Outcomes, the sample size of which runs in couple of lakhs of participants. And this meta-analysis looked at various reports to conclude high protein consumption does not affect cardiovascular prognosis. When it comes to the impact that protein has on our kidneys, let's refer to this report which says the effect of high protein diets on kidney health and longevity. This report has highlighted that someone who has just one kidney should consume less than 1.2 grams of protein per kg of body weight. But it is advisable, if you are having kidney issues, you must visit a doctor before you start adding any supplements. So just to summarize, if you're sedentary, and I'm not sure why you're still sedentary, you should have 0.8 grams of protein per kg of body weight every day. And if you're active, while the report says that you can go from 1.4 to 2 gram per kg of body weight, but various experts have pointed out that the benefits of protein above 1.8 gram per kg of body weight is not much. So as you start increasing the intensity of your workout, you can start increasing your protein content from 0.8 gram to 1.8 grams per kg of body weight. Hoping this helps. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment box below. This is Vivek signing off. Like, subscribe, share, and take care.